18, Chapter 8. Pat awoke as the van came to a crunching halt on a gravel road. It took him a second to compute his surroundings. The innards of a white van, its large passengers, the heavily wooded area around them. Only a mess of pink hair sticking up from the seat in front of him jarred his memory. The unwanted reality of the situation came crashing down around him. His confusion was quickly replaced with dread. At some point during the winding drive through the foothills, he had fallen asleep. Next to him, Tony was snoring. However, to Pat, it sounded like the invisible hand of death was doing its best to choke Tony in his sleep. Driver Dan put the van in park and turned off the engine. And the uneasy silence that followed Tony's snoring was the only sound. The passengers of the van shuffled awkwardly into the blinding morning sunlight. They shifted nervously in their shoes, feeling like cows freshly arrived at the slaughterhouse. Excuse me. Tony was still asleep in the van. Pat had tried to wake him to no avail. Dan climbed inside and slammed a fist into Tony's swollen gut. Tony awoke with a holler, recoiling so hard that the van rocked back on its tires. "Good morning, Sunshine. Get your butt out of my van," said Dan with a big smile. Tony rubbed his bruised stomach. He didn't move, he just locked eyes with Dan. The two sat there for a second, caught up in a hate-filled staring contest. Then, with surprising speed, the Homeland Healthcare gorilla pounced on Tony's hip. The other cowboy eagerly leaped into the back seat to join in on the ruckus. Pat could tell that the two captives had done this well-orchestrated dance dozens of times. In a flash, the two had dragged Tony out of the van and pinned him against the hot gravel like a calf at the rodeo. After a minute or two, Tony stopped struggling and lay there defeated, huffing for air. Looking around, Pat could tell everyone was mortified. The tone had been set for the rest of the health retreat. After watching the ex-offensive lineman get his bond book, there would be very few issues of compliance along the group. Pat turned away from the pitiful scene. His back was sore and his butt ached from sitting so long on the van's uncomfortable seats. He already missed the comfort of his soft leather couch. The gravel road shifted beneath his shoes as he took a few steps and looked around. This place was beautiful, nestled right in the green foothills surrounding the lake, which sparkle swimming pool blew off in the distance over the tree line. Far down below, he could see a lone boat gliding across the water, the foamy white V of its wake stretching out behind it. The van was parked in front of a bizarre-looking series of buildings that Pat could only assume was the health retreat. He had never seen anything quite like it. No doubt their tax dollars at work. The building consisted of 5 white domes connected by a cylindrical passageway. The dome in the middle was the largest, while the domes issuing from it on either side got smaller and smaller. The buildings looked like they belonged to a colonial outpost on Mars, certainly out of place here in the middle of the hill country. From above, a casual observer might mistake the buildings for a clutch of Goliath-sized eggs protruding from the nest of the forest. An electronic drone filled the woods around them. After a few seconds, he realized it was actually music, some kind of new age boom with violins, harps, and a kind of other instruments designed to soothe the kind. The music sounded like someone had let Kenny G get too close to the synthesizer. It was irritating. Pat always had the paradoxical urge for violence whenever he was subjected to that Eastern philosophy, meditative piece of Minecraft. From the forest around them, a soothing male voice spoke up over the music. "Welcome, my guests. I'm very excited that you've come to share this amazing experience with us. Today is the first day of your new healthier, happier, and more peaceful existence. Please open your mind and heart and then enter." When the voice finished, 2 glass doors at the front of the main room slid open, beckoning them to enter. The owner of the omnipresent voice sounded more pleasant than Driver Dan, Or maybe it was a trick to lure them to the building, where they would be ambushed by more thugs in the name of fitness. For now, there was no turning back. He would have to take his chances inside, but he feared what awaited him inside those white walls.